What is going on, guys? Money Webby here, back again for Monday's 10-game slate. Super excited about it. We got some great plays for tonight. I got my money six of my favorites on the slate. 2 pitchers, 4 batters to give you some great production. Hopefully a few bombs. Hopefully a lot of strikeouts. So before we get going, if you can show some love to the like button, that'd be greatly appreciated. Let's try to get over 80 on this one. Thank you if we can hit that. Let's hop right into it, though. So first guy up, I'm going to go with Giolito. This guy has shown crazy good upside, especially against the Kansas City Royals. So 4 games here, batting average against 108, 29 DraftKings points an average. And if you look at the last 2 against the same lineup, 40, a 40 burger, and then we had, 33 the game before that. So he was firing on all cylinders here. He dropped a 43 against Houston. The guy was in his bag in those games. He was going off. But recently, having some struggles. But the thing is, with those matchups, they're really tough. I mean, against the Cubs team, a hostile environment in like Chicago and the White Sox Stadium. So a good amount of Cubs fans coming there. Kind of a pressure start, I would say, against Minnesota. A really tough matchup. He did do pretty well in that one, actually, in just 5 innings, only 68 pitches. I'm not sure if he got pulled a little bit early in that one, but was able to have a solid start and limited work. Then against the Red Sox lineup, they can be a little bit tough. Not that free swinging. He did struggle with his command again there. Cubs again. They really have his number. So those matchups, I think, there's some top of the line lineups like Cubs, Red Sox, and Twins. Probably 4 of the better lineups in Major League Baseball. Now he's going back against the Kansas City Royals, a team that he's very comfortable against. They only have a 138 batting average against them, and he has a 27% striker rate and a big sample, 139 plate appearances. So I really like his stuff against this team. I don't feel that worried about them. They do strike out a good amount. And the biggest thing with him is his command. But this team is pretty free swinging, I would say, so I don't worry about that as much. And he has a 30% K rate and a 14.6% swing strike on the rear. So when his stuff is moving well and does have that command, really good upside. There is some risk with him, I would say, but I think the matchup can kind of limit that a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my first guy. I'm going to go with Joe Musgrove. I'm going to get a little bit risky here again, but the risk isn't that big because we're talking a really cheap salary at $5,800. So this guy has shown a lot of peaks, a lot of downsides throughout his career, but a really good upside when he does have his stuff. I mean, if you look at just a few of the game logs that have been messed up because he didn't pitch, but he had 30 against San Diego, 22 against Houston, 24 against Atlanta. So he does have the upside. If he can just give us like around 20 DraftKings points, and he's going to be a really good play here. And I think he can do it against the Cardinals lineup that hasn't been very good against righties this year. Just looking at their splits, a 297 WOBA on the year. That's not including Sunday. That would adjust it at all, but because I am uploading this Sunday night. But like I said, the price tag is so cheap, $5,800. Really allows us to pay up for those top of the line batters. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as the second guy, 4,100 remaining per hitter. Then we're going to go with Moncada. I always love this guy against bad righties that do give up a good amount of home runs, and that's exactly Junis here. He can be stolen on as well. He's allowed around like 8 stolen bases, and I think it was maybe 14 starts or so. I didn't write down the exact number, but he has been stolen on a little bit more this year. So I think that gives us a little bit of upside with Moncada on top of his home run ability against Junis, who's been allowing a good amount of home runs this year. And he has that kind of correlation, I would say, when you pair him up with Giolito. If Giolito is really doing well, we get the run support with Moncada, which turns into a W for Giolito, so that can kind of give you a little bit more upside, I guess, in GPPs. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there. He's much better against righties, a lot more power, and that stolen base ability. Then we're going to pair him up with Eloy Jimenez, another guy, like I said, correlation. You got the mini stack with the White Sox, pair him up with Giolito, and he's been much better against right-handed pitchers so far this year. This guy has insane raw power. It seems like he's starting to put it together recently. The last 10 games, 4 home runs. I think he hit a home run. Yeah, actually, I think that's included. Sunday he hit a home run. Like I said, uploading this Sunday night. But the Royals as well. I already mentioned how Junis can give up a lot of home runs, a lot of hard contact. But another thing on top of that is if they get to him hard, the Royals bullpen is really bad as well. So I think Jimenez can take advantage of that as well. and has that good kind of pairing with Moncada. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my second guy. Then I'm going to go with Brandon Belt at 4,400 here. Pretty damn cheap for a leadoff hitter in Colorado. And we know with Brandon Belt, I always love to target him on the road because he's much better on the road outside San Fran. If you just look at the splits here, 203 batting average, 5.7 DK points an average at home, compared to 269, 8.3 DraftKings points, hitting for a lot more power. His isolated power is 259 on the road versus righties. So this feels a lot more comfortable, and his game is just more suited for these home run friendly parks because he does hit a lot of fly balls and stuff like that. Always goes for those home runs. I would say not much of a contact hitter. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there in Colorado against a bad pitcher in Chai so far this year, who's faced 22 left-handed batters. Not a big sample, but he's allowing a 426 WOBA to lefties so far. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my third guy. Then I'm going to go with Max Muncy here as my final guy, 4,600. Has dual eligibility. You can put him at first or second. I'm going to go with him at second here. He's been hitting the ball very well recently. Always has that great power. It's a park upgrade going to Philly, a very good home run ballpark. And going against a home run prone pitcher in Eflin, he's allowing 2.2 home runs per 9 to lefties on the year. And Muncy has had his number so far. Extremely limited sample, but I figured it was worth mentioning. 3 for 5 with 2 home runs against him so far. So I'm liking his chances to go deep again here in this spot, if not against him, against Philly's bullpen as well. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my final guy. So you got a good amount of money left over. You got $37.75, and we got some top-of-the-line batters and two of the better pitchers, I think, in the slate. So if you enjoyed the video, be sure to slap a like. 80+ likes would be appreciated. Thank you. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any more videos as well. Hit the bell icon after you do that to get alerted every time I upload some good stuff there. Thank you for all the support. Wouldn't be uploading these videos without you guys. So I hope you enjoyed it, though. Comment any questions you have below. You can follow me on Twitter at MoneyWebby if anything changes, if any weather pops up, if Giolito stubs his toe before the game, or something weird that always happens with MLB, I feel like. So that is it, though. Good luck. Hope you win a ton of money, and we'll see you back here again next time.